Now, as somebody who prides himself on being a creative guy, I built my entire business on being creative, thinking outside the box. I've made a severe lapse in my judgment, and that is, 24 hours ago, I reacted to a AI trailer. As somebody who prides himself on not using slop in his work, always improving on the last video or film that I did, I mistook a trailer for an actual piece of creative media, not slop. And safe to say, in those comments, I got absolutely roasted. I can't call myself a creative person anymore, but as soon as I read those DMs, we're here. No, it's 9 o'clock at night, and I'm rectifying that error. I found the official FORZA Horizon 6 trailer, and we're going to be reacting to. Actually, before then, the usual intro. Hey guys, if you are new around here, my name is Fernley, and that was just a one-off. I do not like AI slop, right? Whoever made that, you suck, because I did say at the end of the video, I did say this. I like how this is being shot, and I like parts of the editing, but I feel like a junior has edited this, like a university student, because there's been a lot of mistakes in this, like rookie mistakes that should have been caught out by either the editor or someone who proofwashed it. I thought it was pretty shit. There's a lot of rookie mistakes in there, and turns out it was made by some random chump. Some random Joe on the internet. So, yeah, we're here to rectify that. And, just so you know, it's by the official Xbox account, YouTube account. So, this is the official stuff. So, without further ado, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to jump into it. Here we go. If this is AI, look at the reflection in those glasses. Holy shit. Is this the announcement? Teaser trailer, okay. When was this? 2025. This is a very long shot. Very, very long shot. I'm loving the diegetic sound of him working in the background. Look at the fisheye on that. Fucking hell, this is one long shot, innit? Oh, look at the focus pull on that. Oh. Now this is an interesting trailer. This is the actual... this is the actual trailer. Right, let's break this down. Now this is a very unique trailer. This is one continuous shot. I've only done one continuous shot. It was for a commercial for this. I think it was a tea, a coffee company. I'll see if I can find the video. And it was one continuous shot is very, very hard to pull off. So yeah, I like this. I've never broken it down a trailer like this. This is a very unique trailer. So of course, open shot. Establishing shots, right? Establishing shots, establish where you are. But this, most of the time, it's a wide shot, a nice wide, long shot. Like the GTA trailer, for example, when I broke that down, that was of the beach. Nice wide shot. This, what are we looking at? A wrench, a spanner, right? Glasses. And I like that. I like how we can see that it wasn't just a fade. It wasn't just a cross dissolve in editing, but it was actually the garage door opening, or garage, if you're American. And I like I love reflection shots. Beautiful. Nice, warm Kelvin, probably 2300 Kelvin. Beautiful. Foreground, background. You see here how the background's in blurred? This would be in a 2.8, 1.8 aperture. Very, very shallow depth of field. Very blurry background. But it's not too blurry that you can't see what's going on, or what this scene is trying to set. Very nice shot. The diegetic sound as well. Like instantly, right? This has been what? 2 seconds, 4 seconds. You can know right off the bat, we're in a mechanic shop. We've got registration plates here, posters, little stamp it cards, you know, postcards you can send back home. We know where we are, Colorado. Is this, you know, places at Colorado? Is that where the previous FORZAs have been? Like little things dropping in. That'd be pretty cool if it is. Racetracks. So I'm guessing these racetracks are where we've raced before. I've never played any FORZA games. Oh, no, I have actually. I played like one of the early ones on a 360. But I'm only Tom Clarkey? His racing games, the dirt games. You know, the dirt racetracks. But yeah, you know, we're right off the bat. Beautiful, you know, just one continuous shot. The lighting up the background. And just a focus pull, pulling in focus from foreground to background. Oh, you saw the practical light as well, looking down, showing us the, I don't know, what it is, tools. Beautiful. And again, where's the director trying to get your eyes? The director's trying to get your eyes on the background. Now, there are no human subjects in this, so you can't really put any, you know, draw the attention to the eyes, because like I say in all my videos, this here is the most important part of your characters. Here is the most important part. The eyes are the window to the soul, and that's the most important thing that you want to make sure you get correct in your short films, animations, whatever. But here we have no human or, you know, humanoid subjects. It's just inanimate objects. Beautiful. Fuck it. And I see what he's done here as well. So like the eyeballs are the most white part of the face. Anything white he's got to draw your attention because it reflects it really nicely. What's he using here? He's using these kind of white backboards or something. Really, really nice. Beautiful. And this would have been, this trailer will be chock full of Easter eggs. You know, people who actually follow the game, like Kira, this signature here with this racetrack. This will be full of stuff that people who follow the game would be nerding over. See here as well, this is what I broke down in the AI trailer, is the warp motion blur. If they would have shot this shot here, they would have lowered the shutter speed to maybe, I don't know, they just would have lowered it to get more motion blur. And that's how they achieve that effect of the car looking really, really fast. It might only be going 60 miles an hour, but it looks like it's going 120 because they've lowered the shutter speed and they've got more motion blur. It just adds, it's a cinematic effect that they use. Beautiful. And of course, the diegetic sound that we can hear. Diegetic sound is sound that the characters can hear within the universe. Non-diegetic is stuff that they can't hear. So like a music track that is obviously being added in post, but it's not coming from an audio source anywhere in here. And you listen, when that radio comes on, they've added a bit with a warp muffle effect, so it sounds like a radio. We know what it is. Beautiful. And this is shot on maybe a gimbal or a dolly. It's just slow moving shots. There's no handheld shots. I always talk about handheld shots are the easiest way to show tension, you know, to get you invested in the fight scene, a confrontation of some sort, you know, when the stakes are high. But when things are nice and chill like this, steady cam, gimbal, dolly, beautiful. Yeah, this has got to be packed with stuff that, you know, people are... Let me know in the comments down below. Comment down below. Don't roast me for reacting to an AI trailer. Let me know what some of this means. Like Kira, you know, 4S Kira. I'm guessing like a previous car, one of the main cars that we used to drive in a previous FORZA game or something. Let me know. Is that the same fucking train, actually? Is that the same train? Is that the same train that's in there? That's the same train, isn't it? I think that's the same train. It's like a bit of a green top. Smoke. Yeah, it's a steam train. I used to love trains when I was a kid. Panning down as well. So, yeah, again, this is a very, very basic trailer, but it's filled to the brim with stuff. I can guarantee this is filled to the brim with previous game, little Easter egg stuff. Like this dinosaur with the Mexican hat. Is this previous places we've been? I'm guessing so. beautiful focus. So he's done that for a reason, right? The director's done that for a reason. He's pulled focus. What pull focus is when you pull the focus from one thing to another. So if you're focusing on one thing here, you focus on that or that or that. You know, you're just pulling the focus from one thing to another, like they've done here. And again, this would have been shot at a very, very low aperture, 1.8, 2.8, to really get that blurry background. And again, he wants your attention on this. This looks like something from Cars. Is this something from Lightning McQueen? You know, those little pit stop things. Maybe. You know, classic eyes. The face. Butterfly. Is that representing Tokyo, Japan? I don't really know the culture too much. Does that mean something? Who knows? And then we hear that, again, amazing diegetic sound. I love the sound. Again, showing you where you are. And you hear the non-diegetic music is picking up non-diegetic sounds. So we're fading out of the diegetic now, going up with the non-diegetic. The radio fading out, the music picking up. Listen. Even turn off, actually. And then the reveal shot. Beautiful, fucking beautiful. Amazing. Again, slowly. It's not a sharp pull focus. You've got different types of focus pulls as well. You've got sharp and you know, I can't get a word out of my mouth. Slow reveal ones as well. You know, if you've got like a fight scene or someone, it's like a new character comes into the fight, whoosh, focusing on them straight away. Got to be snappy. But with this, we're taking our time. The director wants us to take this in. You know, all this stuff, and we slowly pull focus from the foreground to the middle ground to the background. Again, focusing on the I forgot what they're called. The cat, meerkat thing. You know, in Asia. Again, butterfly coming through. Again, look at this subtle foreshadowing before, you know, 2 seconds later we see where we are. But something in Japanese, I assume that's Japanese. It's got to be Japanese, set in Tokyo, right? And then, you know, spirit blossom trees. I think they're spirit blossom trees. And then, again, okay, beautiful. And then I forgot what mountain that is. I know it's a famous mountain. Can't remember what it is, but beautiful. Again, this is the establishing shot. This would have been at the beginning if it was a normal trailer, but it's not. Beautiful trailer. And then we correct for the outside. Oh, look at there's so much going on in this frame. Right, so a lot of you get confused what the foreground, mayground, or the middle ground, background is. So the foreground is in front, right? So if you imagine like 3 different things, right? This is the middle ground, front ground, background. Background is obviously the background. Middle ground is the middle. Foreground is I think like first in the front, foreground. So let's break this down, right? Foreground, what we got? We've got the houses, we've got the spirit blossom trees. Middle ground, the lake and the bridge, right? And then in the background, of course, this ginormous mountain. I can't remember what mountain it is. I know it's the famous one where tourists go. Beautiful shot. And then the logo comes on. Absolutely beautiful. See what I missed in it? This is a very, very short trailer. Not too much to break down either. It's very, very short. And again, I push up. We're not tilting up. You know, a lot like junior videographers, cinematographers, what they do is they just stick something on a tripod and tilt it up. That ain't the way you do it. You always want to have motion in your shots, unless it's stationary for a reason. You know, like maybe like a over-the-shoulder OTS talking shot, a dialogue shot. But with this, no, you always want to have it moving. Have it moving. Don't have it stationary. Stationary shots kill the momentum. And your film, trailers, whatever, it's about momentum. Going high when the action peaks and then going back down when you want us to take something in. Again, focus pulling. So the focus pull paired with the movement and then the correction in the brightness. Fucking beautiful. And then of course actually as well, the spike blossom petals coming down to just add that more texture to it. Beautiful. And of course the lighting throughout this has been changing, so we've got the nice warm Kelvin, right? 2300, very, very warm. When you see this kind of lighting, you think you're relaxed, you know, you think, all right, there's nothing going on here. And then when you have the opposite, a higher Kelvin, like fluorescent lighting, right? You think that's typically used for fight scenes, or you know, like interrogation rooms, for example. They use fluorescent lighting. They ain't got high Kelvin. They ain't got warm lights. You're under interrogation, right? Fluorescent lighting, harsh white lighting. But it's good what he's done here. He's using the whiteness to bring out the highlights on the softer, warm sunlight. Beautiful. And of course, I always talk about it. Where's the director trying to get your attention? The way he draws your attention is with the lighting. What's lit up here? This as well. We ain't looking over here. We're not looking over here, or even here. Really, we're looking here. This is where he's trying to get our attention. There's a saying. I always say this. A good cinematographer or filmmaker, whatever you want to call yourself, a good cinematographer goes on a date with the camera body, marries the lenses, but goes on a honeymoon with the lighting. What does that mean? The camera body, you can shoot anything. I could shoot I could shoot a short film on an iPhone. It don't really make that much difference. The lenses are more important, but they're not that important. You know that you can change from like a fisheye lens, like 11mm to a 200mm. That changes what you feel, but it's still not the most important part of the scene of film. Lighting is the most important thing. There was a popular short film that someone did recently, maybe a year or two ago, and they shot the entire thing on an iPhone 12 or 13. I can't remember what it was on, but it looked fucking amazing. And it looks like that because they invested heavily. The entire budget went into the lighting. Lighting's the most important thing when you're making a film. And again here, look what he's doing. He's drawing your attention here. Even the little catchments here. It's normally what directors do. They'll put little eye catchments, little light catchments in your eye, like here. It's like very popular in anime and stuff as well. But what he's done here is because there are no human subjects, no humanoid subjects. He put little light catchments here. Like here as well, up here, and other places, you know, little things to draw your attention, little subtle things. And again, devil in the detail. I'm going to go through this one more time, see if I forget anything. Italy, that Portugal, I don't know where that is. France, I know, France. So yeah, different places where we've been. They always fill the frame with stuff for a reason. That, you know, everything matters in the frame. You don't put random shit in your frame. Everything matters. The New South, is that Wales? New South Wales. Maybe it's somewhere in America. Not too sure. Again, Great Britain. Yeah, Great Britain. You know, little things. You know, little things telling the stories. Maybe this is in progression of from 1 to 5. You know, maybe this is like, you know, number 4 or 5. FORZA Horizon 4 or 5 set in Great Britain. You know, beautiful. Again, the lighting, just light. Look. Shallow here, dark here, the darkness, but not too dark that you can't see this sticker, right? Maybe that'll be the stickers you can customize your car with, because a lot of directors like to do foreshadowing in like a teaser trailer. They put stuff in because, you know, you've only got, you know, the teaser trailer to work with, but you want to ram it with information, little things to keep your audience invested, and so people will go back through it and pick it apart and generate hype. Again, same thing with his dinosaur with the hat, the Mexican hat on. I don't know what it means, but it's going to mean something to you guys who played the game. Same thing with this thing. He's pulled focus on this thing for a reason. I don't know what it means, but it will mean something. And again, the butterfly. Is this butterfly something to do with Japan? Not too sure. And then the diegetic as well. There's a lot going on. I love that it's just a one-take scene as well. And then the lights coming through. Boom, the big reveal. Japan. Amazing. Now this is going to be one of the shorter ones because it's only a minute long trailer, but wanted to get this out ASAP because I got absolutely roasted on the comments. Again, a severe lapse in my judgment. So again, if you guys like what you see here, these trailer breakdowns, if you want to see a certain one, let me know and I'll break them down for you. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to join the Discord. And on the 7th of June, I will be live streaming and breaking down the trailers live at the Xbox June Showcase. This is a rammed year for Xbox. Fable, Forza, Gears of War, and Halo. Don't know. But anyway, this is a Jack's year. So if you want to see me, ask me live what I think about a certain thing, the 7th of June is the place to be there. So thanks for watching, guys.